On Get Up. So Jaylen Brown was fined $50,000 yesterday by the NBA after he accused officials of having an agenda against him during the Celtics series with the Sixers. Brown criticized the officials during a Twitch stream shortly after the Game 7 loss. Then yesterday here on Get Up, Jay Williams had a very interesting thought about a possible trade involving Brown and another superstar.
Regardless of what's happened with Jaylen Brown and how we all interpret that, there are underlying issues, which I do believe. But if that's something that you're feeling within the organization, Mike, and if you do see a guy like Giannis out there, do you go for a Giannis-Jaylen Brown trade? If you're Milwaukee?
That's a great question.
If you're Milwaukee, do you take on Jaylen Brown and say, oh, you know what?
Jay,
absolutely.
Jay, both franchises could benefit from that.
So to be clear, he brings that up because it has been out there a little, not reporting. No one is reporting these conversations are taking place. But, you know, informed speculation, people who speculate about, well, what might happen, do these things make sense? And you seem to think it was an interesting proposition.
More than interesting, fascinating. Yeah, I mean, you look at Milwaukee and you look at what is it they want, which is different, Vinny, maybe from what they need, as we were talking during the break. But Milwaukee is, you know, you're sitting 90 miles from Chicago. When even that franchise is irrelevant, they've had stars. And Milwaukee looks, it's a big, you know, you lived there long enough.
Course.
Milwaukee wants a star player in return. They want to operate with that. Giannis can't be on the court healthy. Talk about Joel Embiid. Giannis, when it gets to the playoffs, is Anthony Davis. He's not out there. So if you can get Jaylen Brown, who is out there, and a star, a first-team All-NBA guy, okay? Now, and if you're Boston, can Giannis help you with Jason Tatum in a way that you're worried going forward that you're not going to get for your tag team for the next year?
So you mean, let me, respectfully.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
I know.
Anything that starts with respectfully is going to be disrespectful.
It's not.
I know it's coming.
It's not.
Go.
It's not. Respectfully, Mr. Wilbon. the Chicago tortured fan and you just came out there because the Bulls had nothing to do with this. And you just brought him in.
Milwaukee,
yes,
and you know because you live in the Midwest, you're a Midwestern kid. You know Milwaukee looks at having a star.
Right.
They've had two, Lou Alcindor and Giannis, and they want a star. You know they want a star in Milwaukee. That's where I'm talking about.
What's the point?
The Boston question is, so you trade Jaylen Brown, who is healthy, who has had a history of playing, and you have Jason Tatum, who is a health issue, and you would trade for Giannis, who is a long-term health issue.
Again, good
How
for
does that make
Milwaukee.
sense?
Great for Milwaukee.
To me,
Great for
Milwaukee,
Milwaukee.
I think.
I'm just asking.
Great for
Let me
Milwaukee.
get windy here.
To me, if you're Milwaukee and you're facing this situation with Giannis that he wants out, and you come out of it with Jaylen Brown, that would be so much better of an outcome than I would have expected them to have. It would be unimaginable. When you hear this sort of speculation, it's been out there a little bit. What do you think?
This is extraordinarily simple. Of course it makes sense for Milwaukee. You've got it exactly right, Greeny. Of course Milwaukee would see some of the stuff that Jaylen Brown is saying and watch everything, and they would get ready to call Boston. And from Boston's standpoint, this is very simple. In July, Jaylen Brown has the opportunity to sign a contract extension with the Celtics. If he is happy with the Celtics, it's a huge one. It can be $70 million a year. He's just coming off his best season. You're going to offer it. If he's happy with the Celtics, sign. See you in September. If he's not happy with the Celtics and he's like, listen, I'm not sure I want to be here, trade. This is, I mean, obviously the trade execution would be a little different. This is all going to take care of itself. And like Vinny said, Brown is younger, healthier, and plays the style that has won a championship. I think if you're Boston, you're like, I'm holding on to Jaylen Brown. But if Jaylen Brown doesn't want to be here and he's going to go complain on media for the next year, then he can address it when he doesn't sign the extension, and you can deal with it.
A quick reminder, and I know everyone here knows this, Giannis also won a championship and scored 50 points in the decisive game, but that feels like a lifetime ago. Monica, what do you think of it?
I don't think Jaylen Brown is that disgruntled, and maybe I'm naive. But when you really step back and look, they won a championship together. They've been to finals together. They get to Eastern Conference finals together. Like, he's been in a position to achieve things as an individual and be recognized in this league. Do you really want to go and start essentially from scratch in Milwaukee? I do not believe that.
Right. He's going to have.
I do not believe that.
Meaning if you're
Wendy's
him.
right.
If you're him.
It depends
If
on
you're
what
him.
he wants
To Wendy's
largely.
point, yeah, I do not believe that.
But so do we think this Twitch stream stuff reveals, Vinny, something about what Jaylen Brown might want.
Of course it's Freudian, right? Because he said this was his most fun year as a pro, where he was the #1 guy on a team that I don't have a problem with that. Because you don't know what's going to happen in May and June when you're going through the regular season, you're going through the process. All you know is how well you are playing relative to the expectations.
I think that statement is less about the fact that he was the #1 and the overall process. To me, and maybe I'm
not saying that as a mark against him. I'm saying that this is a mark on where this franchise is going.
Okay,
because you don't know what Jason Tatum is going to look like next year and beyond.
Listen, Dick Vitale told me a long time ago, don't mess with happy. If the grass is not necessarily as green as you might think it is on the other side. Much more basketball all morning. But first, huge event on the ESPN app this Saturday, and here's how you can watch it.
This Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, it's WWE Backlash live from Tampa, Florida. ESPN app with the ESPN Unlimited plan is the only way for you to catch the action. Championships are on the line, and I'm going to keep it 100. Roman says, I ain't ready. Well, I'm going to step into that ring and prove it. Stream Backlash this Saturday on ESPN app with the ESPN Unlimited plan. See you in Tampa. Ya know what I mean?
That man almost put me through a table yesterday. And joining us now to talk about the Backlash card, WWE Hall of Famer, wise man, oracle, advocate, Paul Heyman is with us in our studio.
Sir.
How are you, Paul?
How are you, sir?
Good to see you. Delight to have you here. Now, you are the leader of the Vision. Seth Rollins used to be a member of the Vision. Saturday night, Rollins will be facing your guy, Braun Breaker. Tell everybody what we can expect on Saturday night from
the destruction of Seth Rollins, period, exclamation point, and the rise of Braun Breaker to the top of WWE.
We know that Seth might be watching right now. He is a regular with us here. What is your message for him?
I don't have a message for Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is useless after his match with Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker will make sure that Seth Rollins will be as useful to WWE as Tiger Woods would be having a TED Talk at a sober living facility.
Oh, no. Well, I didn't.
There's no laughing. This is my shtick over here, okay?
I didn't see that one coming. Here, so you have built your reputation, identifying once-in-a-generation talent. What did you see in Braun Breaker that told you he's not just the future, but he is inevitable right now?
Well, you're right. I'm a Hall of Famer. I'm a wise man. I'm an advocate, but I am an oracle. What did I see in Braun Breaker? The future of WWE. He checks every single box. He's faster than anybody. He's stronger than anybody. He's tougher than anybody. He's a legitimate athlete coming from D1 into the Baltimore Ravens and straight to WWE. He is absolutely everything that we at WWE look for the future of this entire industry.
And so Saturday night in this match, what can the people, right now we got a lot of basketball fans, football fans watching the show, might not know what they can expect. What can they expect to see Saturday night if they tune in?
Well, you expect to see the unexpected because in WWE, surprises are the norm. What can you expect to see from Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins? You can see Braun Breaker be the most physical athlete inside the ring in WWE since the retirement of Brock Lesnar.
Okay. So that's one of the matches to look forward to. Let's talk about another one on Saturday night. You were the wise man and special counsel to Roman Reigns, who will be defending his heavyweight championship against his cousin, Jacob Fatu, who was just here yesterday. And again, he put on quite a show for us here yesterday. Beyond the belt, explain to everybody what's at stake in this match.
Oh, what's at stake is a lot of family honor here. Roman Reigns is the head of the table. And Roman Reigns is a multi-millionaire, being the absolute #1 top star in the entire industry, thanks to his wise man, Paul Heyman. Now, here's Jacob Fatu, who makes a nice living, but it's not the living of the tribal chief Roman Reigns. And Jacob Fatu sits there and says, hey, why are my kids wearing hand-me-downs from Roman Reigns' kids? Why shouldn't my kids have all the new toys, the jet planes, the high life, and we will give our hand-me-downs to Roman's kids? So what's at stake? Who's the head of the table in the Anawa'i Fatu dynasty? Who's the top star in WWE? And tens of millions of dollars is at stake. And no matter what you think of sports entertainment or professional wrestling or WWE, the top star makes the most money, and Jacob Fatu wants to be the top star.
I will tell you, having had him here yesterday, he puts on quite a show. That is a person, we discussed it yesterday. I was legitimately afraid of him in our studio, and that does not happen to me very often.
And you should be. He's not civilized. he's from a tribe on the Samoan Islands that has not yet quite come up to 2026.
He was a frightening dude. Okay, you've been at the center of dynasties before. If Fatu topples Roman Reigns, What does that do to the balance of power at WWE?
Completely turns WWE completely upside down because now we have, you saw him here yesterday. Jacob Fatu can go off at any time. And that's not exactly who you want on Good Morning America or Get Up or First Take. And not exactly the people-friendly champion that we come to expect from WWE.
Right.
He's a publicity nightmare.
Okay, fair enough. All right, I got one more thing for you. I know that you're a huge fan of the Knicks.
I am.
And the Knicks are playing
And let's be honest now, the Knicks are a huge fan of Paul Heyman.
For sure.
Yes.
I mean, that's obviously a symbiotic relationship that is working for you both. So the question is, here's what we got. Your one shot is right over here. We're looking for a message for the Philadelphia fans, the Sixers fans, about what they should be expecting as the Knicks and Sixers play games.
Oh, come on, people, it's over. You know that it's over. And who else to learn this from except for Paul Heyman, the most popular man in the history of Philadelphia? They should take down the Rocky statue and put up a statue of Paul Heyman. And that's really the theme of this whole thing. Everybody in Philadelphia going, oh, it's like a Rocky movie. Philadelphia will beat New York. Hey, Rocky lost in the Rocky movie. Don't you get that? The Knicks are going to win. And even if this was a Rocky movie, this ain't no Rocky movie. This is New York we're talking about. So while the Knicks fans are celebrating outside of Madison Square Garden after the Knicks just sweep out the Philadelphia, the 76ers simply going to be sitting there crying.
Paul Heyman, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Ready
sir.
to go for Saturday night. Meanwhile,